Zach Penrice, Tommy Rezach rejoining you here at Werner Park. Top of the 7th inning between Nebraska and UNO. It's a 1-1 tie here between the Mavericks and the Huskers. It's Roscom, Acker, and Schleppenbach due up for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and now we'll toss it back over to the 2016 voice of the Keene Swamp Bats, Tommy Rezach. Take it away, Tommy.
Oh, thank you very much, Zach Penrice. Yeah, the Swamp Bats will be entering their 20th season. I'll be thinking about them a lot this summer. But due up for the Huskers is Luke Roscom, Joe Acker, and Jake Schleppenbach, 6, 7, and 8 due up. And the relief pitcher, James Smith, has been reeling and dealing out there. 3 innings pitched. He's got a couple of strikeouts. He has put the Huskers down in order in 3 consecutive innings on just 25 pitches, and his first pitch to Roscom gets past the glove of, is that a new catcher out there now?
It's still Caniglia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Caniglia catching. See, I thought the guy that replaced Nate Mallett was going to be the catcher, but yeah, Caniglia back there catching. Caniglia was playing center to start this game.
He was.
Yeah, so that's interesting. There's probably a couple more, probably at least one more outfielding change. We'll try to get you that information here in a minute. So Roscom swings on the 1-0, chops it foul first base side. The 1-1 pitch, same thing, just a little dribbler foul on the first base side. So it's quickly 1-2.
I believe it's just Ethan in center. That's the only change. He came in for the pinch hitter for UNO, and he's out there in dead center field. That's Marcus.
Yep, right
Ethan.
you are. Right you are.
Other than that, no change.
That's pretty simple. So it's a lot sometimes in these midweek games is the 1-2 misses low and in to even our count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of times you see it in these midweek games where the bench is clear and the coaches make wacky fielding changes, defensive position changes, and it throws us for a loop. But, yeah, not too bad there. The 2-2 pitch misses high and outside, so the count is all of a sudden full. Huskers looking for their first base runner since the top of the 3rd, and Roscom will rip that in the right field. It's down for a base hit. Quickly scooped up by Riley Harold out there in right field, but Roscom, coming off of his career night, gets his first base hit of the evening. The Huskers, for the first time in this ballgame, get their leadoff man aboard, and up comes Joe Acker. Mojo Haggie to pinch hit now.
You see, Mojo Haggie coming in. You just kind of get a feel right now. It's just kind of time for the Huskers right now. You see a leadoff hit right there. Get things started for Nebraska. Luke Roscom had a frustrating night before that at bat. Had a strikeout and a ground out to first base. Not much doing for him offensively, and he rips that one into right field. And now you have one of Nebraska's best threats at the plate as far as getting on base goes in Mojo Haggie, a dangerous freshman for this Husker team.
Haggie last night 0 for 2 with a run scored, had an RBI and a walk. He walked in a run there in the second inning, excuse me. That was one of 10 innings. 1 of 10 runs scored in that bottom of the second inning. Huskers, that was their 5th base hit of the night, so each team with 5 hits and 1 run. But the big difference has maybe kept this game a little closer. 3 fielding errors by the Huskers, none so far by the Mavs. Mojo shows bunts it foul, first base side. It's 0-1. See, all of a sudden, you feel like Nebraska with their usual. This is an interesting situation.
Right.
Haggie has batted leadoff in all but 2 games so far this year for Nebraska. The Huskers now in their 28th game of the season. So this is very interesting. Mojo pinch hitting in the 7th spot in the 7th inning.
You wouldn't think that Darren Erstad would necessarily want to use him tonight either. I mean, he probably didn't start him for a reason.
Haggie.
We're deadlocked here, 1 run apiece, so he wanted to bring him in, see if he could blow this game open and get Nebraska in front here.
Haggie's stat line as of Tuesday morning before the Creighton game, bats .284. This is his 27th appearance, has 15 runs scored off 27 hits, 5 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBIs. And he rips that one foul first base side, count 0-2.
Keep an eye on Schmeckel, the third baseman over there, too. He was way in on that one, but he's anticipating a bunt. We've seen the third baseman, Roscom from Nebraska, over there weighing on the grass every time when UNO's batting tonight. I haven't seen that from the third baseman, Schmeckel, for Omaha yet. 27 hits, that's 4th most on the Husker team. 5 doubles, that's tied for 3rd. 10 ribbies, that's 4th most. His OBP is pretty high. Has a .358 slug, that's pretty decent. That's about 5th on the team, as the 0-2 pitch is a ball, 1-2. Yeah, way outside.
Yeah, missed outside. I was just going to say, yeah. Haggie also a .384 on-base percentage. 15 walks, that leads the Huskers. Also has 20 strikeouts. The 1-2 pitch, caught on and missed. And so the power pinch hit move by Darren Erstad doesn't pay off. And Hagee goes down swinging. That's his 21st strikeout of the season. And that is strikeout number 3 on the night by the relief pitcher, James Smith. That is the first out here of the 7th inning. Runner aboard at first is Roscom, and up comes Jake Schleppenbach.
We actually see a pinch runner now.
Oh, yeah.
For Nebraska. It looks like Henwood over there. Yep, it is. Alex Henwood for Nebraska.
You'll never guess what his walk-up song is. I'll give you a couple tries. The first pitch to Schleppenbach is in there on the outside corner, called strike 0-1.
Time after time.
Dueling Banjos.
You know what? That was my next guess.
Are you serious?
No, I've never heard of that song. Okay, well, maybe if I heard it, I'd recognize it, but
I'll play it for you on the ride home.
Okay, we'll do that.
The 0-1 offering. Lifted into left field. Will it get down? Yes, it will. Diving forward is Cole Patterson. He won't get to it. That's a single. Trying for third as Henwood slides it. He is safe. Alex Henwood, the pinch runner, able to get third off of the weak relay throw from Patterson after he had to dive for a ball that got down into left center field, about mid-left center. So that will be a single by Schleppenbach, his first base hit of the evening after being 0 for 2. And the Huskers have him on the corners with just 1 out.
Yeah, Henwood was delayed there at second base when, as far as whether or not he would take third. He decided to do so, and it paid off. He probably would have been a sitting duck if the cutoff man, Polensky, would have been able to cut that one off and throw it on to Schmeckel at third, but he just couldn't do it in time. So, dangerous situation here for UNO. Runners at the corners, and Brady Childs up at the plate for Nebraska.
And these are the first 2 hits all night that Smith has given up as the catcher Caniglia calls time.
So you'll see corners in here for UNO, and you'll see the middle infielders in a double play spot that leaves wide open holes between first and second and short and third. So expect Childs to try and push for one of those spots.
Childs squares to bunt, pulls back, and the pitch is a called strike 0-1. It looked high to me.
Yeah, breaking ball threw him off there. Brady Childs trying to lay down a bunt. Interesting situation if Erstad tries to do that. A little suicide squeeze action possibly here for Brady Childs and the Huskers. And interesting to see if they'll try it again.
Henwood's obviously pretty fast. We haven't seen him get on base very much this year. But, yeah, he is a quick little guy when he gets on there. The 0-1 pitch swings and chops it foul in front of Mike Kirby's feet there on the third base coach's position. And a roll foul down the third base side, so it's quickly 0-2 to Childs. Runners on the corners, top of the 7th, game tied. 1 out here at Werner Park, 1-1 between Nebraska and Omaha in this interstate matchup. So glad you could join us tonight on KRNU2 on a cool, chilly night here in Papillion, just southwest of the Omaha Metro.
Good thing we're inside.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch, runner goes. Schleppenbach going on the pitch. He will slide into second. He will steal second base. So Jake Schleppenbach, his third swiped bag of the season. Good lead on that pitch as the catcher Caniglia didn't even try to throw him down. So now the Huskers with 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, and that changes everything for UNO now. You see the second baseman and shortstop Thibodeau and Polensky move into the infield is in. Now for UNO, instead of in double play formation, no force out for them, so the infield's in, trying to conserve this tie at 1-1.
1-2 from Smith. Changeup misses outside. Good eye, my goodness, by Brady Childs. That was dangerous take.
A 50-50 one right there.
Oh, man. It got over the outside corner, but yeah, it did miss kind of on the letters, but very close nonetheless. 2-2 count. 1 out. Runners on the corners. Top 7, 1-1 ball game. The Huskers have won the last 8 straight meetings against UNO, and they're a perfect 3-0 in Werner Park since its opening 6 years ago.
See infield in, outfield is deep, trying to conserve, trying to see if they can make sure that runner on second base, which is Schleppenbach, make sure he doesn't score.
The 2-2 pitch, swung on, just getting a piece of it is Childs. Good at-bat rally now. So we'll be looking at the 6th pitch of the at-bat, fouls that one. Back behind home plate to the right side, near the on-deck circle for the Huskers. Angelo Altavilla waiting on deck. We'll be back to the top of the order when we get past this. So then this is the first inning that Smith has really had to work. I mean, I mentioned it. He put the Huskers down in order 3 consecutive innings up until now. Innings with 12 pitches, 6, and then 7. As the 2-2 pitch is cut on and missed, and Brady Childs goes down by way of the K. Big strikeout for James Smith. There are 2 down now with runners on the corners, and we are back to the top of the order with Angelo Altavilla.
Yeah, he got Childs the same way he got Mojo Hagee with an off-speed kind of change-up curveball little thing that tailed away from the batter, and they were just way out in front of it. They were anticipating fastball, which they had seen a lot of the at-bat, and just way out ahead of the ball there. So second strikeout of the inning for Smith. Huge out there. Now we see UNO having a conference of their own out on the mound. Everyone included. Caniglia, Smith, Kate, Thibodeau, Polensky, and Schmeckel all meeting in the infield for UNO. See if they make a pitching change here.
First-year pitching coach Brian Strawn out of the dugout. UNO's pitching staff traditionally not very good so far this year, with a team ERA of 6.30. That ranks 255 out of 295 teams in Division I. But credit UNO for taking on a red-hot Husker offense on a technically neutral field, even though UNO is listed as the home team. This is not their usual field, so credit UNO, a struggling staff, a 6-21 team, to really hold Nebraska's dangerous offense in check. But it's not over yet. You got 2 outs, runners on second and third. The runner on third is Roscom. Runner on second is Schleppenbach with 2 away. And Altavilla comes up. Angelo is 0 for 3. Flew out in the first, lined out in the third, and grounded out in the fifth. So Altavilla has gotten the ball on the bat. Nebraska's best hitter coming in at 360. Leads the team with 32 hits, 9 doubles, and 18 ribbies. And it's a pass ball past the glove of Caniglia. In to score is Alex Henwood. Schleppenbach advances to third. It'll be a pass ball or wild pitch.
I think that's got to be a wild pitch.
It was a little high. I saw the glove, so my first reaction was pass ball, but that is a wild pitch officially. That is the ruling by James Smith.
That hit the grass in front of the dirt on its way to home plate, not even close to being something that Angelo Altavilla would swing at. It bounced in the grass up off the chest of the catcher Caniglia and bounced off to our right side back toward the Husker dugout, so nothing that Caniglia could do. And Nebraska has their first lead in a long time. It's 2-1 Huskers.
As the 1-0 offering will miss down and away on the breaking ball, it's 2-0, and now the rails, Smith's night starting to come off the rails, I should say. 2-0, runner at third is now Schleppenbach, top of the 7th, 2-1 ball game, Big Red with 2 outs.
2 pitchers up in the bullpen, though, for UNO, Brett Sassy, and I believe that's Grant Saponchik as well.
The 2-0 offering cut on, that is popped high and shallow down the first baseline. Drifting in to make the catch is Ryan Kate, and that will retire the side. But the Huskers do get a run back off of 2 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. It is stretch time here at Werner Park. Bottom of the 7th when we return. Nebraska retakes the lead over the Mavs. They lead it 2-1. This is Husker Baseball on KRNU2.
Whether college graduate